Deep breath. Here we go. This is really exciting. So, I want to start a series of videos that I will post to social media. And I really want to share my journey, my personal journey of working with billionaires, working with new immigrants, working with people who have come from all walks of life, of many different backgrounds, of many different statuses of wealth or lack thereof, and what I have learned from them in watching them grow their portfolios from very little dollars to millions of dollars to tens of millions of dollars to then working with billionaires and understanding how they have built their portfolios of diverse businesses over time. So I'm going to be sharing a series with all of you, and hopefully this gives you really new information that you can use to start considering how you want to build your own portfolio and build your wealth for yourself and for your family. And what you can do to serve your community. What's important to you? What do you want to invest in that's going to be giving back and serving the community? Is it businesses? Is it education? Institutions? Is it real estate? Is it developing? What is it that you want to contribute? So we're going to cover a lot of topics here. Also going to talk a little bit about family along the way. I am a mother to 3 very young children. I have twin daughters. They just turned 2 years old. My son is still 3, almost 4. So I had 3 kids under 2 years. My son was 1 year and 9 months old when my twin daughters were born. So it's been a wild ride, to say the least, but absolutely the most joyful time in my life, becoming a mom to these wonderful people and growing my family. My own journey, I've had a really interesting past myself. Like most of us, it's not a straight line. It's a filled obstacle course that's going to test us and build our character and teach us important lessons. So my journey includes a divorce, right? I got divorced when I was 27. I was married at 22. High school sweetheart in some form. And when I got divorced at 27, I didn't have any money. I left all that money from that marriage and left with no money and took my student debt with me, and also took consumer debt, credit card debt, lines of credit. I was in the hole, probably $30,000 when I left that marriage. And so I started with a negative net worth to where I am now today with millions of dollars of net worth, millions of dollars of assets that I personally hold in my own portfolio with my new husband, second husband, with my husband. Anyway, and how do you go from divorce with no assets, you've got nothing left, to rebuilding your own portfolio of real estate, rebuilding your wealth, rebuilding your life, rebuilding a new family? How do you go from 0 to 200%? How long does that take? So if this is speaking to you, follow along. I'm going to share my journey. I'm going to share what I've learned. And I also want to talk to young people, right? I came from a family, I didn't have any help to pay for university. I had to take out a personal student line of credit to be able to go to university. I did not qualify for OSAP. It was a very difficult situation. My family historically made too much money for me to qualify for OSAP, but my parents had declared bankruptcy. So because they had declared bankruptcy, they could not help me with getting a loan. It was a very tricky situation I found myself in, and I had to get a student line of credit in my own name, have my parents co-sign, which the bank accepted, and I put myself through school, and I went into student debt by $45,000 to do a 3-year general degree at the University of Waterloo. So I took that student debt with me, and for someone who's a student now, or trying to get into school, but you don't have the money, you don't know how to get into school, I can't encourage you enough. Like, education is so important. It is such a critical part of life. And you might not see the return on investment as people say, but how do you measure that, right? What is it doing to contribute to your character, how you're building your own mind and your own spirit over time, and you're building your decision-making faculties and evaluation faculties by going and getting further education. So how do you go to school if there's no financial way or no financial path? If you don't qualify for OSAP, how do you then go about trying to buy your first piece of real estate when this market seems so impossible? How do you do it? I want to help break those barriers down for you. I want to help you see there is a way, and I'm going to share as much detail as I can to help you realize your dreams and to open those doors. And I'm so excited to start this journey. Here we go.